Guys, it's Shane again, and today we are going to be working with some word problems dealing with polynomials. This is question 1 on page 102 of the workbook, and this question asks, an open top rectangular box is constructed by cutting a square length of x from each corner of a 12 by 15 rectangle and then folding up the sides with x being greater than or equal to 2 centimeters. What size square must be cut to have a volume of 162 centimeters cubed? So we're going to want to start off this question by drawing out a rectangle. And it says that we're removing squares from each corners of length x on both sides, and that the dimensions of the rectangle are 12 centimeters by 15 centimeters. It also says that the sides of the square, or x, must be greater than or equal to 2 centimeters. So we're going to want to start off with finding an equation to get the volume that's given to us of 162 centimeters cubed. So we do that by multiplying the two sides together, so it's 12, and we're also cutting out two sides of x from each length. So minus 2x multiplied by 15, also minus 2x. All of this multiplied by x, and this equals the volume of 162. So we're going to want to FOIL out our first two terms here, and we get 180 minus 24x minus 30x plus 4x squared, still in the bracket, all this multiplied by x equals 162. So for our next step, we're going to distribute the x into this term, and we're going to move the 162 across into the term and set the equation equal to 0. So by doing so, we end up with 180x minus, we're going to combine our two like terms here, 54x plus 4, that's x squared, plus 4x cubed minus 162 equals 0. So now I'm going to rearrange the equation and sort it by a highest power. So we'll start with 4x cubed minus 54. Oh, let's get rid of that guy. So that's minus 54x squared plus 180x minus 162 all equals 0. Now to make the numbers more easy to work with, we are going to factor out a number that can be taken out from all these terms. So we'll do 2. We're left with 2x cubed minus 27x squared plus 90x minus 81 all equals 0. And now we are ready to get factors from our last term, negative 81, and our first term of 2, and set up for our synthetic division. So let's find our factors. Factors of negative 81 are plus or minus 1, plus or minus 3, plus or minus 9, 27, and 81. All over factors of 2, which are just plus or minus 1 and plus or minus, plus or minus 2. Okay, and now we just pick a number with which we're going to do synthetic division. So I'm just going to pick 3. So we'll just set this up. And we have our terms over here, which are 2, negative 27, 90, and negative 81. So to start off with, we bring down our first term of 2, multiply it by 3, we get 6, negative 21. We get, multiplied by 3 is negative 63. Then we get 27. Multiply 27 by 3, we get 81. And yes, 3 works. 3 is a factor, so we know that one of the numbers x can be is 3. So there's our first possible answer. Now we're left with the polynomial of 2x squared minus 21x plus 27. And now with this, we're going to set these, that's a, b, and c. And we're going to plug these numbers into the quadratic formula to find the other 2 values that x can be. So let's do this. So that's 21 plus or minus root negative 21 squared minus 4ac all over 2 times a, or 2 times 2. So first we'll do addition, and we will end up with x equals 9. And then for the subtraction one, we will get x equals 1.5. So the 3 values we have for x now are 3, 9, and 1.5. And to check these, we're going to plug each value back into this step there. And by doing so, we will find that 1.5 will not work, so that's extraneous. And then when looking at number 9, and then looking at the picture of your rectangle, you can see that it just doesn't make sense to cut out 9 twice from one side, because that would just give you a negative length, which doesn't make sense. We know that it can't be 9. So all we're left with is 3, and then when plugging 3 back to this equation, it does equal 0, so the answer to this is x equals 3. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for some more great tutorials, and yeah, good luck, guys.